Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is my Dr. Abdus Salam Science Fair project. My name is Uzair Ahmad. I am 13 years old. I am a grade 8 student. I am from the BC region and my halqa is Surrey Central. This is my first time attempting or participating in the Dr. Abdus Salam Science Fair. I'm very excited to show you guys what I have created, and inshallah I will be a strong participant in the future competitions. I hope you guys like my work, and I am also open for any suggestions regarding future projects or presentations. For my project, the question I chose to research was, can air pressure from a balloon successfully allow a car to move forward? My hypothesis for this experiment is, if air pressure increases, acceleration of the car increases. My independent variable for this experiment are, for my independent variable, it is my air pressure, and for my dependent variable, it is the movement of my car, or of the car. The statement that I had came up for my independent variables are, if the air pressure, my independent variable, increases, the movement of my car, or of the car, my dependent variable, increases. The materials used in this experiment are jumbo straws, elastic bands, 12-inch latex balloons, scotch tape, and a toy car. Personally, I used a Hot Wheels car for my experiment. The procedure in which I followed to create my experiment is as follows. I'll give you guys some time to read the procedure. Hopefully that was enough time. These are my previous attempts at this experiment before I had an attempt that was successful. The reason of failure for my attempt number 1 was due to gluing the wheels onto the axles. The wheels were put in place, ultimately making it harder for the wheels to rotate. Also, due to the wheels being wobbly and not perfectly smooth, it caused more resistance for the wheels to rotate smoothly. And when I say rotate smoothly, I mean as in the wheels making a full rotation. For me, the wheels were just dragging on the surface, so the rotation of the wheels was not achieved. Here's a clip of attempt number 1 in motion. My reason of failure for my attempt number 2 is due to the usage of metal couplers and metal tees, as well as using large amounts of Lego blocks for building the car. The vehicle became heavy and the air pressure was not enough to move the vehicle, even though I used 2 balloons. For the construction of this vehicle, I attached the straws to each other using the metal coupler and tees, and put them in place using electric tape. And using a metal coupler, there was only one output for the air to be released, for the air pressure to be released for the experiment. Also, another variable that played a part in the reason of failure for attempt number 2 was that due to using rubber Lego tires as wheels, there was too much traction between the wheels and the surface, causing resistance for the wheels to rotate. Here's a clip of attempt number 2 in motion. Reason of failure for attempt number 3 was, after learning from attempt number 2, I realized that the weight of the vehicle played a key role in why the air pressure was not, why the car did not move properly. So for attempt number 3, I reduced the vehicle's weight by a lot and made it as lightweight as possible. However, due to the rubber tires that I used once again as wheels, the wheels produced too much traction, causing the vehicle to move with great difficulty. Here's a clip of attempt number 3 in motion. This is my successful attempt at this experiment. After learning from attempt 2 and 3 that rubber tires cause too much traction, and also keeping in mind from attempt number 2 that too much weight is also a problem, I decided to try this experiment with a toy car, which has very smooth wheels. In this case, I used a Hot Wheels car. After connecting everything and assembling the car, the vehicle moved freely, and it moved freely without experiencing any difficulties. So here's the vehicle in motion. And also keeping in mind from my hypothesis in my IV and DV statement, I decided to put on another balloon, a second balloon, to test out if the air pressure increases, will the travel distance by the car also increase. So here is it in motion. As you can see, the car toppled over. I believe that is because in my experiment, the two balloons, only one of them deflated at one time and the other stayed full, which caused more air pressure on one side of the car, causing it to topple over. And I believe it fell over due to imbalancing of the air pressure. Otherwise, I do think that it probably should have gone further, but in this experiment it did not, due to the imbalance of the air pressure. This is my data that I recorded for my car with one balloon and my car with two balloons, and I attempted each of these cars 3 times, and these are the results that I had gotten. For the car with one balloon, for attempt number 1, the car traveled 127 inches, which is about 10.5 feet. For attempt number 2, the car traveled 131 inches, which is about 10.9 feet. And for attempt number 3, the car traveled 124 inches, which is about 10.3 feet. On average, The car with one balloon traveled 127.3 inches, which is about 10.6 feet. For the car with two balloons, on attempt number 1, the car traveled 77 inches, which is about 6.5 feet, and on attempt 2, the car traveled 72 inches, which is about 6 feet, and on attempt number 3, the car traveled 81 inches, which is about 6.7 feet. On average, the car with two balloons traveled 76.6 inches, which is about 6.4 feet. Newton's law of motion used in this experiment. Newton's third law of motion is used in this experiment, and Newton's third law of motion states that for every action there is an equal but opposite reaction. For this experiment, how Newton's law commemorates with my experiment, the action is the air rushing from the straw and pushing against the air behind the car, and the reaction was the air behind the car pushing against the car with the same force, causing the forward movement of the car. For my conclusion, my answer to my research question was, can air pressure successfully move a car? I have come to the conclusion that yes, it can. The answer to my research question is that yes, air pressure can successfully move a car forward. And my hypothesis was incorrect due to the imbalance of the air pressure coming out. So my hypothesis was incorrect due to the imbalance of the air pressure coming out from the balloons. Also, in conclusion, I had a lot of fun while creating this project. I also learned many new skills. Also, I gained I gained a lot of knowledge in the process of making this experiment. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Jazakallah.